CenterPoint has added a feature called Products to help you track all the crop inputs applied to your raised crops. The ag industry is faced with growing demands to provide traceability of the products used to grow your crops. Not only a list of the products, but on a field-by-field basis. Today we're going to be talking about crops, but products can also be used for livestock in tracking your livestock feed and supplements. The task of product traceability can be very overwhelming. Products have many stages throughout the production cycle. We're pre-buying the products in the previous years, then deliveries begin at the beginning of the year, and still more purchases prior to planting, and then the planting job of applying all of those products into the individual fields, and then more applications during the growing season. And we finally get to the harvest time, and it's a long date span between purchase and completion at harvest to track details of all the products that went into one field. That's where products can help you. Products describe the inventory without adding long lists of accounts to track each ingredient. The accounts involved in the flow of the product are assigned product and will help you to track that product throughout the whole cycle. Each individual ingredient that you use in your operation is a product. On the screen we have a list of products. You will have a much longer list, I'm sure, but each product is categorized by a product category, and in the different categories they will maintain certain properties. So in addition to keeping a list of your products, each product is also going to identify customized or common information. Each product would identify the manufacturer of that particular product and a product number and a lot number. And down at the bottom are product properties called custom field properties that are going to be user defined by you. So you can decide what kind of details you need to be tracking. In this case, it's a seed. So we've created a field for days of growing and a drought tolerance score and a first planting date for this variety and a last planting date. If you were doing a chemical product, you might want to store the EPA registration number or the active ingredients, any kind of information that you need to report on or that you need for your own use on a particular product. So how do we start with products? After we have the product list, it's just a matter of assigning that product detail in the transactions. So when we are purchasing, and here's a pre-buy screen, and we're pre-buying some seed, we would select the account like you normally would, except that your accounts are not going to be a long list of accounts for all your different varieties. You'll only need one particular account for this kind of seed. So we have prepaid seed, but we've bought two different kinds of product here. You might be buying 10 different kinds and you would still be using the same account, but each one would have its identifier under the product, and then the quantity purchased and the amount. That product is going to be stored on the account, and when you see the balances under the account of prepaid seed, you'll see a subledger balance for each one of the products. Now the product got delivered to the farm, and we're going to do a general journal. In this case, we want to be able to know what products we've purchased and they're not on the farm yet, and which products have actually been delivered. So when the delivery comes, we're going to do a general journal to take it out of prepaid seed and move it to corn seed raw material. And again, we've assigned the product. And there are going to be individual videos to show you how to do these steps and how to get your product columns added. We're just going to do a little overview of how this process runs. So now we've moved our product out of our prepaid into our corn seed raw material, and it still has the product detail on it. Now it's time to apply it to the field. And we're going to go to our special screen of Apply Crop Inputs by Product and select, and our lookup will be able to see our Pioneer Corn Seed ABC. We're going to select that product and then be able to, down at the bottom, identify what fields that this got applied to and how much. At this point, the work in process account that it's getting transferred to, which is the corn seed WIP, is going to be stored by not only product, but production center detail also. So our WIP account is going to be stored by the product that was applied and where it was applied to. Now all of our products have been applied to our fields, and we're at harvest time. It's time to expense those out, and we have to get all of the work in process asset balances transferred over to a cost of goods account. That's your screen, expense applied work in process. All we need to do is select the production center detail that we need to expense out. It's automatically going to list all of the products that we've applied during the year. And it lists the expense account that it's going to be transferring that amount to, and the individual product that was applied with the quantity in dollars. All we need to do is click post, and that's going to transfer all of that information, and our cost account is now also going to be carrying the detail of product and production center details. What does that get us? A report that we can do under General Ledger Account Activity, and many other reports have had the product column added to it also. In this particular report, we've grouped it by production center detail, and we filtered for a couple of fields, did the report, and we are seeing all of the costs that were assigned to this particular field with the individual product identifiers here. So we have the product and what category it was in. And if you need to supply a report that gives the traceability of that field, you now have that report. Now we're going to go through some individual videos that show you how to set up product, how to do the transactions with product. So we're going to begin with the setup of product, and these are the videos you'll be going through there, setting up custom product fields, the product categories and the products, how to assign product to account and account categories, and then the different transactions of doing a pre-buy, the delivery of the product general journal, apply the crop products inputs by product, and expensing applied WIP products to cost accounts, and then how to do that report that we showed you. So it looks like a lot of steps. Most of them are just one-time steps in the beginning of the setup, and then it's just a matter of assigning product in your transactions, which is no harder than assigning a profit center that you're used to. So make sure and look at those other videos, and that will help you to do your product traceability.